allow the two children to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun na wa mo la mo do.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching. It is Maiyegun live, and you can say Maiyegun's brunch time with Maiyegun live. Read the caption, read the description, then get your phone, nearby. Share this, like it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. All you have to tell them is that Maiyegun today.
And yes, tonight, you too. And yes, tonight.
NLC, TUC, they have staged what they call picketing of all the offices of NERC, that is the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, something like that. Because of the high costs of electricity tariff. I don't even know if some of you are aware. They are protesting that today. There is a lady who is the new victim who cries out from the Lagos demolition. And of course, Adeboye. So today, usually if you join us on Maiyegun's Diary Political Brunch Time, it is usually morning for many people especially if you're watching me from North America, and all that. But however, if you are just getting to work or just settling down at work, just listen to this like you are listening to a podcast, of course. And others who have more time to engage in this conversation today, I have brought you the appetizer. The appetizer, which is what you are going to have before the main meal later in the night. So thank you so much for joining me. You can phone in anytime, add your own contribution, and make this more interesting, while the information and message therein is not lost on any of us. So make your time here worthwhile, because I'm going to do my part. So now it is like catching up. What is going on in Nigeria? Yeah, a lot is going on in Nigeria. And Nigerians are going through a lot as well. However, every day comes with its own drama, episode, and all that. And sometimes, every day seems to be some people's end that ends abruptly, violently, when we call it Nigeria, when Nigeria happens to you. So everyone is kind of like waiting for his own turn. Today is the catching up of what is going on in Nigeria. Now, electricity tariff, where they announced the bans as well as the increase. So at some point, I think they said they reversed the implementation of the new tariff. But a lot of people have been billed and still being billed under this inconsistent, stuff that surrounds the issue of power in Nigeria, electricity. So the NLC, like they gave Tifnumbu some last warning to reinstate subsidy or pay them more money, minimum wage of 628,000 naira. Most of their demands, or should I say threats, to those in charge of Nigeria has never really worked. And now a lot of Nigerians don't take them serious. They are still out there. This time around, they are fighting the electricity tariff increase. And they decided to picket the supposed agency, regulatory agency, an agency that is sort of in charge of that. So I'll take you to Abuja. They were in Abuja, Kaduna, Asaba, Lagos, where else again? A few places like that, where they were demanding for the reduction. But some Nigerians are not really amused. I mean, I have seen reactions of Nigerians to this on social media. It is, oh, get out, Joe. Like people don't see the NLC, TUC, labor union. Nobody sees them as any viable. They kind of see them as an extension of whoever is in power. Like they are no real viable opposition to push. I mean, on the side of the people that pushes the people's oriented agenda. No. So people don't take them serious. But they were out today, led by Ajero himself. Okay. So in collection of Abuja, Abuja, Kaduna, Warri, Asaba, in one clip. I just share that with you first.
Freedom, freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, Because enough, freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom cometh by struggle. struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come. Don't get weak. Don't get weak. Freedom come by struggle. Don't get weak. Don't get weak. Freedom come by struggle. Don't get weak. Secretary. Freedom come by struggle. Don't get weak. Don't get weak. This is the way I wanted to be. Yes, Abeg, this is the way I wanted to be. This is the way I wanted to be. Tarrif, you must engage stakeholders. We woke up one morning and tariff is increased. The light is not even there. The people are suffering. Nigerians are dying. We need relief. The poor must see light. Must be able to afford it. So we are calling on Abeg, calling on NERC, calling on everybody concerned to reverse to what it used to be. Then we can talk. This is what we are asking. Is that not what we want? That is what we want. That is what we want. Great Nigerian workers. Great Nigerian workers. Greatest Nigerian workers. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Victory. There is victory for us. Victory. There is victory for us. In the struggle for our members, there is victory for us. Forward. Forward. In Africa, in Soweto, in Africa, in Africa, in Soweto, continua, continua. Thank you very much.
So that's the workers there. Like that's a collection. The last one is from Asaba, Delta States. I mean, how can you be paying 30,000 naira minimum wage and electricity tariff is over 50,000 naira a month? How can you be a worker that is earning 45,000 naira and then the bag of rice is 80,000 naira? Then you have electricity there and you have others that you have to, like, you know. So some of the times you just be like, how are they surviving? So in Lagos, where they manage to gain entrance after they ask them to open the gate. So this is what happened inside the office. In one of the offices that they picket today. So take a look.
Solidarity forever.
Mama, that's the office. Show her that in the right. That's the office. I think that's why they did not come. Either they are dead or they are not. They are there. It's our own padlock. To lock it Bring our padlock and the chain. Bring the padlock and chain. And if you are inside, anyhow, see. Go. They are giving you this opportunity. We are not doing anything for you. Pass your luggage and come. As a gentleman, they are bringing the direction now to the office.
That's part of the drama. Asking those who didn't join them from the NERC office to join them. Open your door and we will not do anything to you. And so somebody said, that song, it is only in Nigeria that I have heard that song. Have you heard that? Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right. Soli. Have you ever heard that thought? As an African, if you're an African watching me, okay, from other parts of Africa, you sing that too. Like your workers, like before they gave birth to me, I don't hear that song. Soli. I don't know, it's like solidarity forever, right? Anyway, Sha, it's kind of funny, that there's no other kind of a creative way of gingering, the people, the workers and others, like without soli, everybody's, even if people are fighting inside church wahala, you'll be hearing the aggrieved members. They'll be singing solidarity forever. Even if when you see the students protest, they'll say solidarity forever. Everybody soli. And everybody just know the song. They will just pick it up. Solidarity forever. Until they hear the bow, tear gas. Everybody hear it? Run, kind of. Those are the workers there, sort of protesting the high electricity tariff. in Nigeria, and they want it reduced because it's really killing businesses, of course, and even people, to be honest. So economically, Nigerians have been made so poor that some of these things, they can no longer afford them. The number is no longer useful to the people. You know, if you have a population of 200 million and 150 million of them are living in what you can call the multi-dimensional poverty. So of what use is the number? The number of the Indomie generation, which are the highest. You know that the Indomie generation, are the highest in Nigeria. No joke. Although there is no scientific evidence that the number is, but I mean, people shall believe, say, Nigeria has the highest number of younger people. That means Nigeria has highest number of the youngest population. So if you are between the ages of 0 and 30, according to them, you make up about 70% of the population. That's massive. Okay? That's why they call you the Indomie generation. Unfortunately, as you can now see, these criminals did not prepare anything for you. We are not ready. They were not ready for you. The Indomie, the millennials, that's you, the millennials, those are the people we call the Indomie generation in Nigeria. The poverty level in Nigeria, the seizable size of it, the seizable number of that, or chunk of it, comes from this younger generation. They have been born into, number one, poverty, to a system that was not ready for them. There was no preparation for them. Healthcare, education, infrastructure, things that could actually, spur them to greatness. They were not there. But you are here. That's why today you will see the Indomie generation. Many of you that can no longer afford Indomie for your children. The millennials are kind of like, now you have the Gen Z, Generation Next, Millennial, Gen Next, Gen Z. All of us, nobody was prepared for. Nigeria had no plan for you. No electricity, no education, no health care, no security, name it. But you still have to exist and survive, Anyway, that's just on the side. But here is another one where some people have they've made it their lifetime campaign to save the lives of those who are still ignorant. Okay, listen, Nigeria is meant to be a country, and all of us that come from within this space, we're supposed to be known as Nigerians and have some citizenship rights. The right that says we are all equal. And as Nigerians, you can be anywhere, live anywhere legitimately. But that is what is on paper. But practically, where you have a fascist, where you have a bunch of career criminals in charge of your government, making serious decisions that are affecting millions of lives. So that's being a Nigerian has now been redefined. Number one, don't think people like us hate Nigeria, because that's one of the escapist sort of excuse that some of you uses in trying to avoid this conversation. The conversation is the inequality, the systemic profiling, the systemic corruption, and so many other vices that have shown to us that there is not one Nigeria. There are many Nigerias. Now, if you come to realize that there are many Nigerias, then you begin to understand some, some things playing out. And you'll be able to make some well-informed decision. Everywhere you are hearing people talk about, let's break up this contraption and save lives. It's not because they hate Nigeria as much as those who are destroying Nigeria. Nobody hates Nigeria more than the people that are given all the opportunities. They have everything you can only pray for. They have access to everything and they are given to them free, including their family. Then they turn around and rob the country, rob the people, deny them basic things of life until they dip them in generational poverty that we are battling with today. Those are the enemies of Nigeria. Those are those who hate Nigeria. But you don't see it that way because they are not asking for the breakup of Nigeria. So if you come to think of it, right, a lot of you, or a lot of us will agree, right, that there are some Nigerians that are more Nigerians than other Nigerians. Those who can get away with things that you, in your dream, if you dream of doing them, you will be arrested, you will be jailed, or even killed. We know all these things exist. We know all of the discrimination, against one another, the intolerance, the religious intolerance, and so many other things that are playing out. And we know those who are playing all these cards. But they still want you to believe that they don't mean anything. We are one. We are one. We are not. We are not. They're telling us to drop our real identity for a pseudo identity that has no real connection to any of us. And for 64 years, they have tried everything. They have failed. But yet you still think people like us calling your attention to what it means to fuse together people who have nothing in common, that they should work together as a country. It has cost lives. It has cost progress. People have been killed. All for this contraption. Destinies have been destroyed. Baba, future that they say to you as is so bleak. But yet you are told that you have no other option. You have to keep this. And he continues to claim his victims every day. You know it, I know it. But they are telling us we do not have options. You are telling yourself there is no option. You don't even want to try anything. But every now and then, the worst of Nigeria, representing the best of Nigeria, continue to make worse decisions that are now making lives unbearable for so many of you. Supposed hardworking Nigerians. And simply because the idea of if it's not affecting me, it is probably not happening. Oh, it is probably for clouds. They are chasing clouds. Oh, maybe this whole thing is this or that. You want to listen to people who have been doing things illegally all their lives. To accuse people of doing things illegally, but therefore they are going to be punished without any human face. Why am I saying all of this? I'll tell you. Nigeria is meant to be a country if we have anything in common, all of us, but we don't. And there is nothing wrong in that. To be on our own, run our own affairs, by our own choosing, and according to our own pace. There is nothing wrong in that. But you see, the idea of one Nigeria, of shared misery, gave some of you false sense of patriotism or something. You know, let me be honest with you, right? I won't take my money to any part of northern Nigeria for obvious reason. It doesn't mean that I hate the people there. No, I am not from there. One, I have a lot that I have as difference from them. So if I want to do anything in that part, if they become their own country, if I want to do anything in that part, I would have to do it based on their laws. And for somebody like me, I would rather not get myself involved in all of that. But if I choose to, that will be my choosing. Then I have to follow their law. But in a false contraption, in this false contraption called one Nigeria, which is a lie, they make you believe that you can do anything you want anywhere. But it is a lie. People's businesses are being destroyed in the name of religion in northern Nigeria. People's properties are being destroyed in Lagos because of where they come from. We are seeing this unfolding left, right, and center, right? But somehow, you do not want to identify or acknowledge that difference. That difference could be addressed if all of us can go our separate ways and respect our different beliefs instead of forcing it on ourselves and pretend to have one country where you have right, I have right, I can do whatever I want, wherever I want, as long as it is legal in the face of your law. But it is not true. People have been killed because of their religious belief in Nigeria, and they are killers. They walk free. That is not something that I don't have that from where I come from. That's a difference. That's a significant difference, that if whatever we disagree on will make you kill any other person for it, then we have a lot we don't have anything in common. Right? But a lot of you want to believe Nigeria just need leadership, and all of that. That's fine. And whenever it is your turn, okay, you will still see the same Nigerians who are going to join them in blaming you. Here is a story of a lady. Let's hear her first, and I'll say my mind afterward.
We bought that property in February. In February. I have only been there for 2 months. For 2 months. For 2 months. All the hard work, all the sleepless nights, everything. If you are in Lagos, you know how much properties in ATMs are cost. You know how much properties in ATMs are cost. Each time my son see me crying, he will always ask me why I'm crying. Mommy, you've been crying. How do I explain to our son? How? What do I tell my children? I'm trying so hard to be a strong woman, but this is very painful. I don't even wish anybody a pain like this. I don't wish anybody to work so hard, so tireless, and face something like this. I don't.
Sorry, madam. Sorry. Don't cry. Please don't cry. There is something you need to know, my dear Templars. This advice is not even for just because you are non-Yoruba. You know, normally I have done it many times on this platform. okay, that I am a Yoruba man, and I can tell you the politics of these criminals who call themselves progressives, and I call them progress thieves. They are destructive. They do not create wealth. They do not appreciate threats. And when I say threat, it's not because you are making any threat. No. Any single threat to their political base or to their political capital, political fortune, they will go brutal, even if they have to go on destroying legal structures. You see the one they did in Mende? It has come back now that it was illegal demolition. But because they are the ones in government, all they have to do is to deny the same document, government document they issue to you. The agenda is clear, and it's going to go around all over the place. Now, here is what you should know. If you are supporting them for some reason, because you believe their argument, they build their houses on the canal, they block the waterway, they block, you believe all of that story. Oh, their document is fake, they forged this or that. Fine. But there's something I want you to know. You see, we all know that Lagos is, has a very small land space. And that is why the ones who are very rich are using the stolen money to reclaim the sea and claim the land permanently. Others, they are choosing their own, it's like picking something. I want that Urbano shopping mall. That's the one I want. No, that is what Honorable Agbabiaka wants to. That Urbano shopping mall. He said he wants to build a car mat there for his wife. So we need to demolish the place. I love that land. I've always wanted it before Maiyegun bought it. Maiyegun that bought it. That is why I couldn't get, please demolish it and sell it to me. Like they are choosing places across Lagos too. And guess what? If you think they are looking for Igbos and Igbo houses or Igbo lands to reclaim, number one, they are not reclaiming them to give them back to anybody. They are not giving it back to any of you. Okay? It's going to be theirs. All right? Then the second thing is that your houses are not going to show that in this area and call, we have 20 Yorubas, and then we have 200 non-Yorubas. You see those 20 Yorubas who are innocently there, legally there, they have no issue, but because of this their politics of vendetta, they will demolish everything. And, of course, majority of your parents, your uncles, your aunties, who are now probably retired, some of them have some of these properties across the place. They will be affected. It will get to a stage where a lot of you are going to be like, this thing don't make sense anymore. It would have become so late then. So if I have an advice for you, not just for the Igbos now, if you have any money that you want to invest in anything, if you would take my word, some will tell you don't invest your money in Nigeria at all now, except if you want to just gamble it, or you are just probably a shady person who is just looking for ways to clean his money. But if you actually work for your money, don't invest in anything in Nigeria now. But others will say, no, Baba, leave that one. As tough as it be, this is the best time to invest in Nigeria. I'm not an investment advisor, but I have this one as a layman. Whether you are Yoruba, or you are Igbo, or you are Hausa, or you are wherever you are from, I beg you, do not invest in anything, estates, properties, or whatever in Lagos at all for now. It's for your own good. Of course, there are people who are scamming people. Shady people who are selling the land grabbers and the rest of them, those ones have always been there. But I'm talking about those with legal documents, government-issued documents. Baba, we're including government-issued plan. Like, okay, this is the plan for this area. This is the plan for that area. They presented them. None of them work. You fit there, you America, Jeje, and you think it's none of your business. You are a Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba woman. I've been living in Magodo for the past 25 years. So it's none of our own business. It's not coming to us. You will just receive a call one morning. They will tell you that your house you built 22 years ago in Magodo is built on the canal. Now you will come there and say, where canal here? What do you mean canal? Our canal, the carriage that carry, I mean, the canal that carried our water and all of that is like far away. Nobody is building anything on that self. They will come back and say, no, this portion has to go. That's how dangerous it is. So some of you probably will believe them. Well, can you come? Let us be honest. All these people too, they like to buy land, fake land. You that have no land. Even the house that your parents built was 45 years ago in that Lagos. One day you go see them come back. Now you go come there and say, this is where I was born. This house has been there since Jack on day. Okay. You better keep anything you can keep in the place, in the house, to remind you of the time of Jack on day. In next week. They will demolish it. That's what is going on now. But some of you may think it is just the Igbos. Some of you are here watching me. Abi? And you have advice for the Igbos. I will advise my Igbo brothers. So don't invest in Lagos anymore, but your own investment is there. Abi? Let us be honest. We don't, all these things they have been to our Igbo brothers. This is unfair. I advise the Igbos not to invest in Lagos, but your own house stay there. You go soon finish them. Your new site. Abi? The one where you go finish, where you will go open for December, Abi? December, new site. That is when you understand what injustice means. That is when you will also understand when you have wrong people in the position of authority. Those who don't give a damn. And when they are doing it, sincerely speaking, they do not deal with you, whether you are a Muslim or Christian, whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Igala, Ijoy, Shekiri, doesn't. If you are on their way, all they have to say is that clearance, clear you out. That's it. It was not yesterday I shared a clip with us where a man was crying that the Nigerian military, they are doing something now around Niger Delta area. They said they are looking for bunkerers, those who are doing bunkering. Now, bunkering is like stealing crude oil or stealing, tapping the pipeline to steal petrol or steal diesel, steal something like that to go and sell in the black market. So that man was crying in that video. His truck plus the diesel inside his truck was taken by the Nigerian soldiers because they suspected it to be, they accused them of being bunkering. Now, those ones showed them all the documents, all the papers. The soldiers still drove the truck away. The truck and the content inside it, the man valued it at 110 million, 115 million naira. Now, the soldiers took that, they stole the contents, they stole the parts and the tires of the truck, and they set it ablaze. They burnt it down. Impunity, lawlessness, a country without rule of law. You are just a minute, a day, a month, or a week, or a year, even 10 years away from becoming the victim. And now all of us go collect. I love reminding us. I kind of love that, reminding us. Even me, Maiyegun, I go collect. I did here. They called me. we know that you don't believe. That's actually what I was told, right? And that's like about 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I mean, I was still talking about Nigeria, not this way. So 10 years ago, I was convinced that I should come and buy land in Nigeria. You know the usual now, once you go abroad, within a year or two, people automatically just believe that you should have money. If you are abroad within a year or two, you should be able to kind of show that your life has improved. So buy land. That's the moment they will tell you it is just 800,000. It is just 1 million, and you too just be like, okay, 1 million. All right, I'll pay. But I'm somebody who don't believe in buying house, building house, or doing anything at all in Nigeria because I don't live there. You know that kind of belief that I don't live there. If I have money to buy or build any house, I'll buy a house here because I live here. That kind of ideology, but nevertheless, they shall convince me, come and buy land, come and buy land. A lot of you know the story of my land today because I became a victim. My mom died. Then I buried my mom on that land. They said, bury your mama on that land so that nobody will be able to touch it. That's what they told me. My mom was buried there. The whole town, everybody saw us. We did all of that. We did our tomb and everything. And that's it. I came back to Glasgow. A year after that, I don't receive call. They've sold my land, including my mama that is buried on it. I thought they said nobody buy land where they bury people. So that was in the olden days. They say right now they will build fence. You see that you're buried, that you built there. If it is in the center of the land, they will exhume the corpse. They will help you pack it inside something, and pack it somewhere. And if you think you are stubborn, they can get a court. On top of your land, though, they can get a court that will say, go and exhume your mama. They told me that. I said, They will try that. I said, they will try it. I said, Oguma shele. What am I shele? I will become very dark-minded. And I meant it. That's what Nigeria can also do to you. When Nigeria happens to you, okay? You become, probably like they say, maybe grace of God will make you continue to feel human or normal. And that's why you see a lot of wounded people who are looking forward to just one single thing, the total breakdown or breakup of this country. That is what will give them the satisfaction of what Nigeria has done to them. No healing can make them ill. Did you understand that? And I was already going to that dark place, now, that place where they say, they sold my land. That's what Nigeria did to me. They started negotiation. Then they said, okay, they are now begging them that, okay, don't sell his land. His mama is buried there. And they started pressuring me. I should come and build house. I'm not going to build anything. They do some fence. No, I won't do anything. No, I won't. I'll do that when I want to. That Nigerian mentality says, okay. You know what they told me? Okay, then. This stubbornness, all this your stubbornness. They work here. All these things that you are doing. Somebody will sell the land and, I said, okay, let them sell it. I will not be pressured because I don't want somebody to take the land I legally paid for. Document everything signed. That's how Nigeria can happen to you. So if I have anyone, because some of you get this money, so even sometimes you are all here watching with us here too. A lot of you have some money that's, disposable income that can actually make possibly a lifetime savings of some other people. And you are looking to where to put your money. Yeah, this platform is not to discourage you, okay, from investing in Nigeria, but it's just kind of letting you know that there's this risk. It is human risk. It's intentionally put there. So if you want to go and put your money inside it, don't come back later and begin to call God. God. You no go answer. I promise you, he won't answer. But at that time, the only picture that will be remaining in your head is going to be that your property being demolished and you being blamed for all of it. Oh, you did not do your investigation very well. Oh, you should have go and check this. Oh, you should have, but we did all of that. Are you sure that it's not somebody that is, are you sure it's original? You could come to look like idiots, like dumb, lost, no idea of what to do. That is what Nigeria can do to you. And if you have such money, my advice is not because you are Igbo or a non-Yoruba, including you that is a Yoruba woman or man. You are going to need more than that. And as long as they have that power, okay, we are all going to be victims. But they won't have that power for long, all right? I promise you that. They are already pushing to the brim. And the entire space is about to implode. An implosion, explosion. And I've told you this before. Word of mouth alone may not be able to describe to you what I mean. But you are going to see it and watch it unravel. People who don't like to take responsibility. People who don't want to be accountable. People who don't believe that it is okay to be wrong. And at the same time, the law is put in place to work for man, not man for the law. So which means every law has human face, okay? Every plan can also be amended and still achieve the same goal. But with what they are pushing, they are already blind to that. They will do every damage they will do. And then, they will damn the consequences. And that's why I said it is an implosion that is about to happen. But for now, let them enjoy the jolly good ride. So let's go to redeem. See this one where we won't talk now. Normal. It no concern us. And that is why I am going to leave all of you to it. To tell me how you feel. Because Baba Adeboye is not talking to you. He's not talking to me. He is addressing his own church members, telling them that, listen, guys, I hope some of you are not trying to begin to question how we spend your tithes. Again, I know say some of you right now, your body go down, they move small, calm down. He didn't say the reason why Nigeria is going down is because you are not paying tithes, or because, that it didn't say that, so it's not too much of our, at the same time, it is kind of, our own issue too, because we know a lot of people who really believe this man of God, the men of God, as they call them, because we are all children of God anyway, as at least we should be, Father in heaven, by the way. So those who believe Adeboye, but I don't know what I picked from all of this that got me interested. So I'll tell you. Baba Adeboye was talking to the members of his congregation, and he was just talking about loyalty and faith in God. That there are some people who don't really have faith in God. That one day they came, they were billionaires. So they came, they asked him that they wanted to see what Baba is doing with their tithe. And that seems to be very insulting to the man of God, Baba Gio. So Baba Gio said he gave them what they wanted, but God was very angry. And you know what God did to punish them? He changed them from billionaire to millionaires. They lost some of their money. And then God said, you don't ask me how I spend the naira, the dollar. Now that's me. That's not what he said. Let's listen. Again, I'll let you react.
I told you that at a time, 4 of the real billionaires in Nigeria were in this family. And pride came because they were, the tithe that was coming to the main church through this family was hefty. By that definition, of the time. All of a sudden, a handful of the big men, not the ones I mentioned, wrote to me and said, every month you must give to us an account of how you are spending our tithes. I said, okay. What they're asking for is all right. They're simply asking for transparency, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I say, however, I have gone through the Bible. I have not found a place where God spoke to Moses and said, every month you must give an account of the tithe of the children of Israel to them. So I said, all right, I will do two things. Number one, I will prepare a detailed account of how your money is spent, including if we buy a bottle of Coke for first-timers. I will put it in a file. And every month, when you people come for the Holy Ghost service, that file will be on the table. I won't give it to you. I will put it on the table. Anyone who wants to see can go and read. But make sure you wait till I have left the room. Because I know everything that we are doing on earth is being recorded in heaven. I don't want my God to say, you are the one who handed it to them, and you were there when they were reading. And I did that. Number two, I told the treasurer, from now on, any tithe that comes from this family, don't add it to the rest. Put it aside. Let me find out if the God who sent me can run his church without these people's contribution. I'm talking to you now like father and special children. Nobody had ever had this one from me before. So for 2 years, how many years? 2 solid years. Every kobo that came from this family was kept in a separate account. Let me just find out if God is bigger than the biggest, richer than the richest. It was when Abeg came. So you can check all these stories, the people involved are alive. Professor Abeg came from Ibadan. I sent him here. When I say here, we were only one branch then, just the family. And then, after he's been in the church for some months, he came to me. He said, the people are complaining. The people you asked me to go and join, they are complaining. What's the complaint? They said things are not going well. And they have found out that they offended me. That's why contracts were being cancelled, all manners of things were happening. I said, I'm not quarreling. And God knew. I wasn't quarreling. I just ignored. I pray in the name that's above every other name, what you will do that will cause God to ignore you, you will never do it. If you have done it, may the Almighty God forgive you. Anyway, he then said, when you knew this was a problem, why did you send me? Why did you send me there? I said, I didn't know anything was happening. I was just trying to prove how gracious God can be to me. Then we reconciled. It wasn't everybody that offended. It was a handful. People who thought that they are cleverer than God. And they brought problem to everybody. It will interest you to know that every one of those involved in that little group, they are no longer in the church. And they are not where they ought to be. Let me just put it like that. I told you.
Again, I have questions, but Abeg, I don't know, make a down beg you. John Tori or long. Don't try to call in and begin to want to explain to us about how God punished people for asking for accountability, which is from the money they gave to the church. And then somebody coming around, reminding majority of them seated there, most of them who are like politicians or civil servants, thieves, rogues, criminals, shouting the blood of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. We know the game very well. I know the game very well. So don't come and tell me something about things of spirit or things of this or that. I have told you this before. It is only Nigeria God that is very good at punishing people. Okay? Only Nigerian God. And the reason why they have to remind you that Nigerian God don't call, if the pastor should place a curse on you, hey, your business, your job, God can even afflict you with sickness. What can I do for all these things you are saying about pastor? So I go sick. Yes. God said, wash your mouth when you talk about my anointed. Okay. Sorry then. I'll just keep my mouth because I don't want this sick. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to lose my this or that. It's about threats. Baba, Christians go they tell me, some of you have said that to me here, well, maybe not some. Few people have said that to me on this platform, to watch my mouth. Some said, Maiyegun, I respect you a lot. In fact, the reason why I'm watching your platform is because you always talk about all these politicians and the bad people there. I want you to stay away from religion. I want you to stay away from pastor issue. It's bigger than you. Because God, you see, God can just destroy you. All these things that you think you are, all these things that you think, all these people that are watching you, God can come now and just destroy. I say, what I do? You know what I mean? Like, so Adeboye and Co, they know their audience, okay? I am not one of them. I am just kind of curious how God punished billionaires because they asked Adeboye to give accounts of the money they are giving to him. That means he is not interested in giving accounts. Tithes. You know, normally, you know, say tithes now, you're supposed to take your tithes, go church and chop them. Your tithe is not money. You know, say I know that one. Just before you begin to come for me, or help me. The African Wahala. That should be our first caller. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
The African Wahala. How are you this morning?
I am doing well, Maiyegun General. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you too. Prince Adewale, the African Wahala from Canada. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, thank you for the great presentation, for continuing to awaken the people. They must rise up, and it's working. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Just analyzing that video from Adeboye, what I see is a man that is under pressure. For the first time in his career, in his pastorpreneurship career, he has been forced by some of his members to explain how the finances have been spent. And I want to assume that throughout his career, he had never been put in that position, you know, because all he has to do is simply, you know, because the people are extremely gullible, they are mentally weak, they are just looking for a leader, they are sheep. So all he has to do.
Wahala. Can we now say, like you just put it now, okay? Can we say this is Adeboye's style of discouraging the congregation from trying it? Not like anything happened to these billionaires, or maybe they were not even billionaires, but this guy is just using this narrative to make them feel like we will not tolerate anybody asking for accounts.
100%.
If you try it, I will put your money aside and God will punish you. So is that a way of trying to kind of tell them that please don't do it? Oh, hey,
Maiyegun, one of the things he said, I mean, for people that study human psychology, they probably understand what I'm saying.
Right.
This guy said, I will break it down to as little as the money that we spent on buying Coke for first-time visitors. You know what that means? It's trying to tell the people that since you want me to explain how I've been spending your money, I will go above and beyond just to shut you up. That's a psychological tactic he's using on the people. Now, the people will feel guilty for asking it. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have asked Daddy to explain how we spent that money. Oh, Daddy. Some of them will go and apologize. Trust me, after that video, many of them are going to apologize to their daddy. Oh, Daddy, Emma Benusa, we are sorry. They're going to prostrate. They're going to prostrate.
And he has to place his hand on them.
Please forgive us. Yes, and then he will pray for them. My son, I forgive you. And that's how it works for these people.
Don't let the devil take over you next time.
Maiyegun, this thing I'm saying it with a little bit of humor so that people can, you know, find it entertaining. But at the same time, this is extremely serious because this is how people are controlled. This is how they control the people. And that's why people have to wake up. Stop putting your fellow humans on a pedestal that they cannot be criticized. You absolutely need to stop doing that, no matter who they are. I mean, if you're a true Bible-following Christian, in the olden days, the intermediary between man and God was the high priests. According to the New Testament, there is a direct relationship between yourself and God. So why are you guys invoking the olden days again? Why do you have to go through your fellow man to get to God in today's world? But I also understand where that comes from. You know, the hopelessness, the poverty, it makes the people look for
savior mentality of some people. I want to save people. Oh, thank you so much for coming to our safety. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Please pray for us, sir. Thank you for saving us. Savior mentality. Some people have that too.
That's it. Especially if they've been doing it for 30, 40 years. It has now become a career. Their career is to become saviors to the hopeless people. The hopeless people that they are saviors to They've been contributing their money for 20, 30 years. Today, they're in their 60s. They are poor. All those, the reason why, see, this is the exchange. A lot of these people that contribute their money to these tricksters, they do it not because they love God. They do it because they want blessings. They want magic to happen in their life.
They want something back.
Yeah.
And a lot of them
exactly.
will deny it. A lot of them will deny it. You get that? Now they say, no, I just give to God, but I expect God to bless me. Oh, really? What's that thing you're asking for? What are you asking for God from God, please? And then you decided to make sure that you are good to God, so that God will be good to you. You are so right.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And that's the same way it is in the political side of things. When people say, oh, we love this politician, he's a good man, he's going to save us. It's a lie. They don't love the politician. They don't love the country. The politicians don't love the country. Nobody loves nothing. They just want to support that politician so that he can give them contracts. That's it. So the system is messed up. But I'm also very happy that people like Adeboye are being put under pressure by their church members, because what that tells me is that even the redeemed church members are beginning to slowly wake up, you know, and they are beginning to grow some balls to challenge their gods, their dogs of men. Thank you so much, Maiyegun General. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for this contribution. Bless you, my brother.
Yes, sir. You have a good one there. That is the African Wahala. Now, the brunch movement is kicking off slowly but surely, too. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Hello, dear. Baba Gbalagba.
Baba. How are you this morning,
Baba? I did. Good afternoon, Baba.
Good afternoon to you too, Baba.
Greetings to the Temple of Truth and greetings to the OG. The real OG.
Yes, sir.
The one that doesn't have to explain how he spends our money.
You get because
the one that doesn't have
your tithes as well as your offering, you can count
Baba, our offering
on
is safe in the OG's hand. Anything you do, no shaking.
You get
anything, carry go. Don't hear. Baba, you see this one that is happening. So this Baba go around. This Baba Gio, that is, I'm so happy. You understand? I'm so happy. You know, I always say, Maiyegun, if you know me very well, you know I always say that religion is like a very big problem. In fact, it's like the most powerful tool that our politicians have been able to devise in order to pin the people down mentally. Because this slavery that we're talking about now, it is not like the people are not in chains, like in physical chains, but their minds, their brains are in chains. And for that reason, they feel it's not like they can't do anything, but they have this feeling that they can't do anything because their mind is in captivity. And how are they able to do that? With the help of the pastors and the imams. That's how they do it. It's very simple. It's not difficult at all.
You see how they slowly plant it in their mind, and then they put the fear there. It's there. So whenever they try to want to challenge them, they will remember the fear, and they will remember what they told them happened to those who tried it. So they will just keep to themselves. It is always gradual, Papa.
It is. That's it. If people remember, this same Adeboye, a few years ago, he came out with Buhari and what's his name, Tinubu, and they protested. They did a walk, solidarity walk, or something.
Yes. And it was because of the insecurity, the economy, and that was
economy. And that time, he get how much dollar be, he get how much pounds be. And now that things have gone triple, double, temple worse, this man is not saying anything. What does that tell people? This man has gotten his own share. He's gotten his own share of the national cake. So he won't say anything. He won't do anything. He has been given a seat at the table. He has been given a seat at the table.
And you don't talk when you are eating.
And you don't talk when you're eating. Do people actually know that the first lady of this man is is a member in his church?
Ordained
She's
pastor,
actually a
Baba.
pastor.
She's
She's actually
ordained
an ordained
pastor.
pastor.
Rats.
Have people
Pastor rats.
forgotten? Have people forgotten that in the past administration, the vice president of Nigeria was a pastor,
Ordained, senior pastor.
I don't understand. Are people
Cecilia Hebrew, right? That mismanaged and then ran aground Oceanic Bank. She's ordained pastor there.
A lot of people don't actually know. A lot of people don't actually understand how power. When people say religion, a lot of people see men of God and all these religious leaders as inconsequential, like people like Gumi and all these Islamic sheikhs in the north. People see them as inconsequential, but these guys, if only people understand how powerful and how much
they wield
and how much influence these guys wield, oh my God, I think people will take them more serious, and people will actually beware and be more wary of them. These guys are very, 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 very powerful, and they hold so much influence. Just to buttress what my brother said, African Wahala. People don't know this man, this Pastor Adeboye especially. I'm talking about him not because I'm obsessed with him. I know this man, me that I'm talking. I know him personally. I've been to his private spaces. There's a lot of things I wouldn't be able to say just because, my face is out there and because of certain things. I know this man into his private space. When you talk of fraud, when you talk, let me not use the word fraud. When you talk of manipulation, when you talk of trying to emotionally blackmail people and trying to use people's head, this man, I'll call him the master. I'll call him the most.
I think they all are. Have you met Oyedepo?
Baba, Oyedepo did learn work for where Adeboye did. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. Maiyegun, just take that from me. Oyedepo did learn work for where Adeboye did.
Yeah.
Baba, this man was a doctor in Unilag. This man was just one step away from becoming a professor before he became a pastor. Yes. He was just one step from becoming a professor, which is the pinnacle of education. So this man is just not some. It's not just some rasta. No, it's not just. No, this man is a very, very, very smart man. He was a mathematician.
Yes,
he's a very calculated, very cunning, and very, 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 very seriously crooked man.
And he speaks so slowly, gently, and
Baba, all that thing
that just disarms you when you are in his presence. It disarms you.
Lamba. All that talking, the way Baba, all na lamba. The way he talks outside is not the way he talks in his private space. All that is all lamba.
Yeah.
He's dressing,
so it's like acting.
Baba.
Acting.
Lie. Ironi Maiyegun, na lie.
But this one don't make any sense, Shao Baba. Make somebody come out and say, "Oh, some people ask me for accountability, and I reported them to God, and God demoted them, and said, all of you will not do that in Jesus' name." And everybody shouted, "Amen."
Baba, did you hear the amen? Did you hear the amen? Is that how people shout amen when they say somebody shout hallelujah?
Did I what?
Is that how people shout hallelujah? He knows that people are. I told my friends in the comment section just now, one tremper. It's about time. It's time now. You are not the only one talking. There are people talking. Some people like what's his name? Rotimi Daniels. Every day, religion. People are talking. They know that the people are waking up. That's good. They also need to come out and counter people. They need to counter their audience. That don't do that. You cannot do this. You cannot be asking all these questions. Why will you be asking me now I'm spending your money? Have I not been spending your money well? Can't you see how I'm looking? Can't you see how the church is big?
And see all
Can't
the
you
kind
see
of
how
houses we are building for ourselves.
Can't
See
you
our
see
private
all
jets. Come on.
money that could have been used to build factories, to build industry? Have you been to the redemption camp, Maiyegun?
I've been there, Baba. Forget it.
That
part is not
auditorium,
Nigeria in the sense of like talking about space. And guess what?
Baba.
Majority of the looters, the criminals in Nigeria, they were fighting, paying billions of naira to acquire properties in that place so that they can build within the space of Baba Gio.
And
they have built a whole city. I think they call it something city, they call it.
Redemption City. Everybody does. Obasanjo,
they all have houses there now. They donated so much money to the church so that they can say,
Pastor Ruga, see Pastor Ruga house, see Adeboye house.
And now, like you go know, they will tell you, say, in fact, they even get class inside the redemption that they are city. They get class. Some of you are like this. You saw those powerful ones. They have areas. They are. Governor. Somewhere could have a house there like that.
Everybody,
family, all of them.
And they are parts of that redemption camp.
They are parts.
Papa, you know how sad it is. They are parts of that redemption camp that even church members, redeemed members, cannot even go to. They can't step there.
No.
And now their money they take build that place.
I mean, everywhere they are supposed to get any law clearance, Ogun State government, sharply, they clear it for them.
They don't give them.
They clear, they continue to. But they are telling people in those communities around the place, they are buying their land and telling them to move. So I know the story of the place a bit too.
And then people think this man is just some inconsequential person. He's not.
No, now only person we won't make you talk about him. Leave him. All of you hate pastors, eh? I don't know why you see the pastors that are the ones that are supposed to do the country or something like that. Say, but your pastors are those.
They are contributing to the destruction of the country.
No, they are helping those criminals. They are helping them to control the people that the criminals are destroying. So that's their job. And in return, they are being paid very well.
Very, very, very well.
Very well. And so,
Pastor Ayo Risejafo, have people forgotten? Pastor Ayo Risejafo was caught with bags of money on his plane going where? And these people still have.
You are talking about bags of money with Oyakilome. Oyakilome, that's somebody who was working for, I think, a Sheraton Hotel. Us what is that hotel in Abuja? That person stole 45 million naira. 45 million. That person stole 450 million naira from the hotel, right? And she paid 45 million naira tithes to Oyakilome. When they arrested her, and she gave the money, she said she paid tithe to her church. They asked Oyakilome, how can you take money? This person is working for a hotel, and she's paying a tithe of 45 million. You know, question them. And what the hell?
And then people are still going to church. You are no.
And they go to church, anyway. Martinelli.
Thank you very, very, very much for what you're doing. I can't appreciate you enough. I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen,
you enjoy the rest of the day, okay?
We are almost 500. Get the like button. Get the likes up, please.
Thank you. That's Martinelli, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed. So the line is still open, and in the morning like this, there are those that sometimes I really wish they cannot call in, but they will. One of them is One True Emperor. One True Emperor, is that you?
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Alaikum shakpa, Baba. How are you today?
I'm good, bro. I will always tell you this. I will tell you this. Anytime you play that guy, man, on your program, I must call him.
You have to give your own peace of mind.
I must give my own peace of mind. Because that guy, man, the walking way, you don't work for my family. Lepre Lamande. The kind walking. Omo, Adeboye don't use a bido shaker for people head. Imagine, wait. Imagine, Maiyegun, this man said, because people ask me for accountability, I pray to God to make billionaires turn millionaires. So I want to
even
ask
say he
you.
prayed. He only said he put their money aside, which means
Exactly,
they didn't have their money. So the money he took to God to bless. So then God demoted them.
Don't let us. No, listen. No. See, I want slaves, the slaves that support this man, to just answer me this question in the comment section. Okay. Because the little Bible that I know, there is a man named Apostle Paul. And I love him. Apostle Paul is my favorite apostle in the Bible. Do you want to know why, Maiyegun?
Why?
Because Apostle Paul held the church accountable.
How?
Have these foolish Christians forgotten all the letters that Paul wrote to the church, going at them? And yet, these are the fools that say they read their Bible, but they forgot that Paul held the church accountable. Any pastor that does not want to be accountable is already fake. So Adeboye has already exposed himself as a fake prophet. To be honest, we already knew that. Now, let me now
continue to prove it. Some people are saying that it is time for him to retire. It seems every time he opens his mouth
No, honestly,
he just says a lot of things that he shouldn't.
No, for real. Adeboye needs to retire. For me, the man is suffering from dementia. Martinelli said that the guy is a mathematician and is very calculated. To me, he's suffering from dementia. Because somebody who is that educated
so
as Adeboye...
to you, is that his run, Abi? Is that for him to kind of pretty much like, because all his messages are not syncing with this generation. Not me, not you, not many of us.
See, Maiyegun, it's not about all his messages are not entering us.
Okay.
Maiyegun, the first time I went to Holy Ghost convention was Lekki 1997. Maiyegun, the same thing that man says in Lekki 1997 is still the same thing he's still saying till today. Nothing new. Adeboye has never said anything new. He keeps repeating the same things and giving these fools lamba. Do you believe that God, I don't know what type of God this Nigerians have. So because say I no pay tithes, so God will just wake up one morning, all your billions go away, like saying the magician. It's my problem with this.
Nobody they give you contract anymore. So Baba, now let's even look at it this way before you continue. One true emperor, right? This is another angle. Could it be that, because he said these guys, they have no contract anymore, where they were supposed to be, they are no longer there. Since we all know that this Adeboye is, for those who know better, is an extension of APC.
Yes, it is the religious wing of APC.
Yeah, they congregate. So could this billionaire is mentioning, could he have told those politicians not to give them contracts anymore? Since
that is exactly where I was coming to.
Oh yeah, go for it.
That is where I was coming to because
that could be what happened, though, but it's now saying it is God that dealt with them.
Maiyegun,
please.
Maiyegun, that is exactly what happened.
Now go.
That is exactly what happened because he's saying that. See, he said that he prayed to God for them to move the billionaires away from this position. If anybody goes to Redeemed Christians Church and have participated in early level of church politics, like I have, like Martinelli has, you will know that all these people have politician friends. Like what Martinelli said, I know that area that Martinelli is talking about, where all the governors get houses, including Muslim governors. Muslim governors get houses for Redeem. Yes, I tell you now. All those your northern Muslim governors, all those your Boko Haram commanders, they get house for Redeem. Make nobody deceive you. And I know where that location is. So Maiyegun, what happened is Adeboye was upset at those billionaires and he spoke to people in higher power to destroy their business. That's what happened. And now he's coming to his slaves and tell them, don't ask me for accountability. Oh yes, God will devour your money. You know the common saying about all these pastors. If you don't pay tithes, the devourer will come and devour.
No, you don't pay tithes, things will be tight in it. That's the shortest one. So things are tight for you. But Martinelli, if you now say you know they pay title. But because things are not tight now, maybe you are paying tight. You are not just telling us.
But Maiyegun, let me tell you something. I have members in my family, Maiyegun, that they've been paying tight for a gazillion years. They're paying tithe for a gazillion years, Maiyegun. Their life is going backward. In fact,
they're doing wrong.
Do you know that, Maiyegun? Do you know that I've asked somebody? Somebody has called me to give him money for tithe and offering that you give me back. I started laughing at this fool. I said, bros, I know they pay tithe. You don't need to pay tithe. You cannot afford the money to pay tithe. You don't need to pay tithe. People have been paying tithe from that.
There are people who sometimes do borrow money because their salary wasn't enough and they've spent everything. They need to pay tithe. They will pay you back.
Maiyegun, it has happened to me. I know a few people that have called me for tithe and offering. What are you saying?
But I just didn't see it as a thing.
So Abeg, please, let me just advise people that go to that slave camp. Tell your slave master to retire. He's already looking stupid to the world. And he keeps exposing himself. See, the best thing Adeboye can do is just to be doing his program and just do his fake preaching. But if he wants to talk about anything moral, he should shut up. Because he's talking about tithes. And meanwhile, they killed 3 kings in Yoruba land. What did Adeboye say?
Pray for them.
Yoruba people are being kidnapped, slaughtered. Even in his hometown, Adeboye's hometown, is it Ifewara or where is Adeboye from? Yes. They rape and pillage them over there, even for your own hometown.
See, one true emperor, right? You are talking about what happened in his village or what have you, because that could happen to anyone and anybody anytime. You don't know that since this terrorism started in Nigeria, they have killed more than 5 RCCG pastors. They have kidnapped, more than 100 RCCG pastors, church members. There was a time they kidnapped about 38 of them somewhere in Kaduna. So personally, his own ministry alone, they've had their fair share, direct one. Where we say, like church, they pay ransom or church, they negotiate.
Maiyegun, there was 1 year.
Pray for them.
Maiyegun, there was 1 year. Say after redeem Holy Ghost service, Holy Ghost service, so inside camp, people will enter those coastal redeem bus. Inside camp, kidnappers move people inside whole coaster. Inside camp.
Coaster, not be today. So if you check out the history of kidnappings in Nigeria, you will see that Redeemed Church alone, they will have a record of more than 20 cases.
But
they have suffered.
But Maiyegun, let me now tell you this. You always say that Redeemed Churches pay ransom. No,
I don't know, but I'm just saying that they probably involved in negotiating it. Because I know they demanded ransom.
Let me tell you something. The central is never involved. Trust me. If it comes to Redeemed Christian Church of God, I know whatever it is that's going on. The central is never involved. If they kidnap anybody in a particular redeemed parish, it is the people of that parish that will come together and donate ransom money. Don't be say the central Adeboye they give ransom money. Don't let anybody give you that lie.
Yeah.
Now people they contribute, so people will go to that church. It's not people that they are on their own. No. Adeboye, they pay ransom. Make nobody deceive you. Adeboye, if anybody tells say Adeboye has helped in releasing, it's a lie. Trust me, the one that happened last year, they called my mother. I told my mother I don't have any ransom for anybody. So my boy, as I'm speaking, my mother and a pastor for Redeem. So and I was a worker in Redeem. Trust me, I was into that court. So I know what I'm saying. Don't listen. See, Adeboye no send the members. You know, Adeboye get university. But most of the people that go to the university are not even Redeem members. Martinelli knows what I'm talking about. Do you know how many Muslim friends that went to run university? But yeah, there was a rumor that they said that they don't accept Muslims to run university. These people lie to their followers like bitches. Like anybody that goes to Redeem, in my own opinion, is a slave. Those are the #1 slaves in Nigeria. Redeem members. #1 slaves in Nigeria.
As bad as colonialism was, right?
As bad as colonialism was.
Baba missionaries, they built free schools. But this modern day Pentecostal churches, private
Pentecostal churches, my Pentecostal churches, especially Nigerian Pentecostal churches, they are #1 slave masters. Adeboye, Oyedepo, Bakare, Olukoya, Kumuyi. They are #1 slave masters. See, they are the #1 slave masters to the point that even their church members, they beat themselves. Now the shocking thing is that that's how slavish these church goers are. Not the same redeemed members where believe Adeboye, where Adeboye talk say he commanded God to hold snow in Colorado. That the people of Colorado have to come out and debunk that story. If they say this one in Nigeria, say you go see anything, people will just believe. See, let us forget that pastor. Let us now go to this. What's the name of those people shouting "Soli Soli"?
I want to solidarity forever. We shall always right, Baba. I'll be like when I see they do Tata and Toto at the age of maybe 1 or 2. I don't hear that song.
Maiyegun, you said
my
something.
children are singing it now. Only in Nigeria. Meanwhile, I'm gonna one true emperor. I asked people earlier that have you heard that Soli anywhere else apart from Nigeria in your life? Ever?
Maiyegun, that was a very good question you asked, because when you asked that question, I actually thought about it. That where else have I heard that song?
On my way to.
It's true. It's only in Nigeria. But Maiyegun, think about it.
Right.
Let us look at the song. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. So in 2024, people are still singing about fighting for their rights instead of them to fight for their rights. Can you see the slavish mentality I talk about, Maiyegun? Soli. Since when I was Maiyegun, since when I was born in this world.
Pastor. Solidarity. What the hell? What are you guys on?
Maiyegun, in 2024, we are still talking about fighting for our rights. When there are African countries who already have nuclear power plants, where there are African countries who are making over $500 billion in palm oil exportation, and meanwhile that particular country does not have the type of palm oil that we have. But people are shouting Soli. Any Nigerians, you not go shout that Soli to not die. All you slaves, you will sing that song till you die. You will sing that song into your grave. Your children's children will sing that song to their graves. And you, Olori Buruku, break up Nigeria and save lives. Maiyegun, thank you, Jerry.
Now, in case if you are hearing one true emperor for the first time, he loves going that route all the time. And there's little I can do about it. Or maybe, Vicky. Hello there.
Hello, my
Baba.
Those guys. Now, first time.
You are a first timer. I saw Michael there, and I was like, "Oh, is that same Michael?" No, it's not.
It's me. See, you don't say, I've been trying to like get in for so long, but I just said maybe now this kind of afternoon time.
Yeah, if you can, the pressure not too much. We are not too many.
Yeah,
that's smart.
I'm actually the one that brought up that suggestion yesterday night that we should fund the revolution.
Right.
Because all this talk we are talking, I'm not saying it is not good though, but it's a long-term, this talk is a long-term plan. We need a short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. The short-term plan has to be, even if you fund maybe 10,000 people per state, that is about 360,000 people in Nigeria. Just be giving them breakfast, lunch, dinner, however I want to do it. When other people see them outside, it will become, how will I put it now? Everybody will just gravitate towards this, whether they are eating or they are not eating. Because Nigerians generally, they will not move until they see something moving. That is how the NSAS worked. How many people were there in NSAS?
Ada first. You're right.
Exactly. Because the people in NSAS, I think they were like 100, maybe 200.
Or even less
then before you know it became 1,000. Exactly.
You and the others who were sleeping outside the assembly. And they are
exactly
their pictures for a few days. Nobody was joining
you see,
them and all that
until the thing started gravitating. So
later, yeah.
Nigerians have to be pushed. If the talk, me, I like the talk. I'm not saying we should not talk because but that one is long term.
Funding the revolution is another very Herculean task. It starts with organizing. Because you see that free flow of their money, it can't stop. The moment it stops, and like you said, if the food is no longer being rolled in, the revolution is over. So it's
that is
like,
it.
Yeah, we can talk people into getting ourselves ready in the mood of raising fund, like you said. But we still have to talk, don't you think?
Yeah, of course. Now we have to talk. That's why me personally, I'm happy. I'm even happy that we are going for that Yoruba Union and what they call it
summit here in Glasgow.
Yeah. Because me, I'm very sure that I have Yoruba friends. I know that somebody will bring up this matter that I'm bringing up. Somebody in Yoruba Union in that
it is
they will bring it up.
Yeah, and I love the numbers. I love the number. It looks so much like something that is doable. But funding,
because
go on, Baba.
Funding, yeah, of course, that is it. So I know that if
it's doable.
I'm not even saying we shouldn't do it now. Maybe we can give ourselves like 6 months. Everybody will just see how we can be funding it. I don't mind if maybe the accounts can be added. I don't, because the NSAS movement, when Nnamdi was shouting, they turned it into IPOB matter. So this one, I want it to be Yoruba Union that will lead it. So that nobody will come and start shouting, hey, na IPOB,
we are writing our own already, right? And you are right, Baba. Having physical meeting does help. So we want to see how many number of people we can mobilize. Currently, we are looking forward to having about 100 to 120 people, and at the same time having like about 2,000-3,000 more participate via Zoom and other links and all that. Sure, you get. We want to make it something that a statement will be made. I'll keep it to my chest. I'll keep that to my chest. But yes, we are working around having physical, going beyond this, going physical, meeting ourselves.
Yes.
And indeed, some things are here that we can't say here, but we can say to ourselves if we sit and we have the right people who knows their assignment. Yoruba Union, you can look out for us. They should look out for us.
Of course. So there's other things what you guys have already explained and the other things. I just wanted to call in for so long.
Thank you, Michael.
Basically,
so I can call you Michael, right?
Yeah, Michael.
Fantastic.
Can call Michael.
Grant. So please keep trying and calling it, because you just dropped something that ordinarily, if we are as we are right now, let's say, I'm just going to play a scenario for you now, okay, before you go, right? Yoruba Union is targeting, from August now, we are targeting at least an attempt to register at least 1 million Yorubas all over the world, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, to make them members. I'm talking about validly registered members that you can say. You're not just going to say, I'm a Yoruba, so I'm a Yoruba Union. No, you're going to have actually membership identification. So if we can do that membership drive for 1 year, okay, so we believe, Baba, that we can actually change a lot of things that I would rather just keep to myself. You get what I mean now? So because
Nigerians are a lot of food. You have to push them.
We will. Because if the union has money, let's say we have 1 million members, for example, and the union has like $1 million or £1 million every month. You see that idea you just dropped there, right? A union like ours can sponsor it comfortably, conveniently, even for months. You get that now? So a union that can say, let's say, for example, you said 10,000 from everywhere. So let's assume that we have 10,000 each from every state in Yoruba land alone. That means we can pull out 60,000 people. And if you multiply that by, let's say, 2 or 3, in Yoruba land alone, we can pull out like 200,000 people. So with such money, We can shut down a lot, but I'll keep it to myself from here. Michael, yes, there is a lot that can happen beyond here. Okay, it's going to go physical soon.
Lastly, I just wanted to ask one question, more like in the,
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. So, do you think that if Nnamdi Kanu was outside, like he was not arrested, and they read disobedience, they read them out like we saw in 2023, do you think there will be any inauguration?
There will be, and I'll tell you why. Okay.
Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu, in most times, as always, kind of advise people not to participate in the election because it is flawed, it is rigged, so it's waste of
course,
time.
I know
okay. That. But a few times they've tried to turn it over and try to kind of blame him for anything that will go wrong. So in most cases, they will just say, well, if you want to go and vote in the elections, you can go and vote in the election, but the end result, that's what will happen. Now, answering your question about what will happen if Mazi is around, they will do their inauguration, okay? Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will probably spur people more, kind of get people
exactly. You will write them up. I'm not sure. Okay.
Sure, you get now. But at the same time, it's not going to be fully involved. And when it's not really fully there, right? You can't say, is probably going to influence them to do things otherwise. But I get where you are coming from. The atmosphere will be a little bit different. But one thing, my answer is going to be like, Nnamdi Kanu will probably just mock them. Like like we all have come out to say now. Because number one, it will want them not to participate. It will tell them what will happen if they participate, right? Now, if that happens, it might spur them to say, you need to face this judiciary. In fact, it may actually scream on them to go out now and stop them from announcing the results. But all of that, you get, Michael, all of that, it will only suggest, it won't lead anybody to fighting Nigerian destiny. It won't. But yeah, it may not be as easy.
But the answers, the answers was way different. Because me, like this, I'm watching, I'm listening to some of his old broadcasts from the answers to now. I'm just, watching. So I saw the way it was, and me, I believe differently that if he was released, if he was like outside, maybe is in Israel or somewhere, I'm telling you that Obi will not have any mouth to say, let us be calm. He will first for sure be like, Nigerian youth, how dare you out of the election? And you're coming here.
Nigerian youth, they typically, right? They will still be the Nigerian youth, okay? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will just come back and say, I told you, you are all slaves, you are this, you are that. You know what he did during that offense, right? It was practically praising these young people. It was telling them, this is your time. This is your time. Don't back down. No, if you back down, these guys will come back harder. Go after them. Go to those government houses. Go to those places like he was there. And he came back to say Nnamdi Kanu was the one inciting people for NSAS. At least in Lagos, they said na IPOB can't destroy their Lagos for NSAS. So I kind of get where you are coming from. Nnamdi Kanu that I have actually really studied and I've kind of been with her for a while myself. He will say it, okay, but still the action is still left with the people themselves to do. People. And you can't count on them. Okay, you can't.
No, you can't.
Except they actually have enough knowledge to pursue what they want to the end. But apart from that, you can't bank on them. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, right? He probably will just speak his mind and he will watch all of them blow that opportunity.
You are very right when you say you can't bank on them, because the way they actually waited for Obi to tell them calm down. It was almost as if they were like right up. They were like, but in their mind they were like, please tell us to calm down. Please tell us to calm down. And the moment Obi said, everybody calm down, in their mind they were just like,
they just said on to that and made that reason why they were coming down. I know.
Exactly, just make that's the reason. But in their mind they were already, because that fear is already there that they can't go and fight.
That morning that Yakubu was making that announcement, that was the moment that the revolution should have kicked off. Somebody should have just called out for, hey, they are announcing this wrong result. Oh, we are eating the streets now. And just like that, it don't start with that. First, you go to where they are making the announcement in Abuja with their soldier, with everything, overwhelm them, take over the place. That's the first message. You get that now? The world that is watching, all this world and all of that, they would have to intervene because the election will be rude, inconclusive, rigged, corrupt, and all of that. No announcement will be made. But people were waiting.
They were waiting for someone to calm them down.
Hey, they're going to announce him. They have declared rivers for Tinubu. Hey, see rigging. Tinubu no win rivers. So they have declared so for Tinubu. And that's it. By 12 noon, it comes like somebody died in Nigeria. The whole country, the whole place was like,
yeah.
See, Baba,
Nigeria.
We shall be there. What we are now doing is, for some of us who need to know, okay, what we are doing right now is to continue to remind a lot of us, not to really mock you per se, but to remind you that if you don't change tactic, you will continue to get the same results. Don't participate in their charade election if you cannot match them violence for violence. So there's no point in you preaching justice, equality before their judiciary if you don't have the same influence over them, money and otherwise. So don't participate at all if you are not ready to face them. So why waste your time participating in something you'll be rigged and possibly killed? My brother, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, you have a good one yourself. The bottom line, I'm thinking that I could still take maybe 1 or 2 more calls before we go. Okay, so the bottom line is this. You know, people won't do what you have to do. They won't do it for you. And it simply means that if you are those who are feeling the brunt so much, you are supposed to actually show it. All right. Person we won't make them help them carry load. You have to bend down to show that you want to, you know, you can actually carry it yourself as well, or you are adding your own effort. So here, hello there.
Hello. Olùkọ́ Chief Maiyegun.
Ayagun, Ayewagun, Tomotomo. Baba, how are you today?
Àṣẹwà. Ẹ̀wà ni o, ẹ máa wà ní.
Àṣẹ.
Tọmọtọmọ tayátayá.
Àṣẹ.
Síbi ilé yín, àwo ilé yín kò ní dákẹ́, ẹ máa rọ́wọ́ sí bàpò.
Àṣẹ o, àtẹ̀yìn náà bàbá.
Àti gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa.
Àti gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa pátá. Bàbá.
Àníkàdá ṣe ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti máa ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn pásítọ̀, àwọn ìmáàmù, a máa sọ wọ́n lókò pa ni. Wọ́n níbi tó ń lọ. Wọ́n níbi tó ń lọ. Níjọ́ wo lẹ ṣe parliamentarian tí brother wa Sukun tó sọ fún wa pé ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa dàbí ẹrú tó tì mọ́nú ẹ̀wọ̀n tó wá fún ní kọ́kọ́ tó wá filẹ̀ lóru. Ìgbà tó jáde tán, ó rí pójò ń rọ̀. Ó rí pójò ń rọ̀, gbogbo òjò ń rọ̀, snow wà ń ta. Ó wá sá padà lọ sọ́dọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èèyàn kan mo tó wá wo program kan wá narrate ẹ̀ ní narrate Yorùbá tó jẹ́ kó yí àwọn family wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ará Ìbàdàn tó ń pariwo ebi ń pa wá o. Minister of Darkness, àbí báwo lẹ ṣe máa ń pè é?
Minister of Darkness, Pẹ̀kẹ̀lẹ́mẹ̀sì.
Pẹ̀kẹ̀lẹ́mẹ̀sì.
Ẹ bá rántí pé àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n gbọ́ Yorùbá wò wá, so ẹ bá ní láti mix it together, please.
All right.
But go ahead.
The Minister of Darkness. Few days ago, he announced that President Chief Tinubu give him thousands of bag of rice to share it to the Alimajeri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. That is what they turned them to. So after they give them the rice, they will come back again. Is that what we are asking for? We are asking for our own nation. We don't want to be beggars.
Imagine in our own land.
Yeah, these people know the right thing. They keep us in there. They open our own land for the Fulani to invade us. What is these people's name? Amotekun or whatever they are calling them. What are they doing in Yoruba land? They are arresting our children. They are not doing their job. Chief Tinubu and his gang, they start chasing the shadow of Igbo, of Omale Yoruba. It's not Yoruba. It's Yorubas. If you dress nice, that means Yoruba have to be dressed poorly.
We have to look dirty. Can you even imagine? Our more Yoruba. We have to look dirty. Is that what they want us to? Are you? Hey, God damn it. Baba?
That is what they create.
That's what they want us to be like.
That is it. I just want to tell our brothers, like you said, don't go out with black card.
No.
Emma Losita Kemalolem protest you and what they
will protect our you.
They are giving you rights. You are coming back again. We are watching you. Not Arabado alone, in Yoruba land.
Everywhere.
If you are coming out, come out and protect yourself.
Know what you are fighting for, know what you are demanding. And when you are asking for it, make sure you are asking for something that if you don't get it, you're not going back. And now, Elora face mask, Elora gas mask, Elora shot to double bag, Elora kiloting and weather, Koge shitty, panu, iron rod, I've been killing covering fishes, bulletproof vest, Pakara.
Baba, Ella Tishala Yekini in Yoba. Torí àwọn tiwa báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún afọ́jú ipe a fẹ́ kun ilé ta fẹ́ mú lọ ilé yẹn ó rẹwà gan o
ṣe kun ni
báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún afọ́jú because àwọn èèyàn wa ebi ti gba làákàyè wọn
lọ́pọ̀ gbà
ebi gba làákàyè wọn ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó ní kó béèrè ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó ń béèrè they are asking for food. We are asking for something is going to be better than the food we are asking for.
Wow.
The guy came out with his 10 bag of rice. 10 bag of rice for what?
For 15 million people. Sir, when we did the maths, like let's use that according to him, sir. So if you divide 15 million by 10,000, sir. So that simply means that 1,560 something people will share one bag. Again, 1,560 something. I'm not sure of the figure, right? But it's over, let's say 1,500 people. They will share one bag. And that is how the 10,000 bags can be shared by 15 million people. Sir, how many cups would you find in a single bag for 1,500 people? That's how ridiculous it is, though.
So when I see someone post it, so when I see someone post that, I look at the person that like, then you said you are fighting. The guy said he is fighting for Yoruba. Is this Yoruba you are fighting for?
They just want our people to remain wretched, poor, so that they can be seen to be giving them food. So that we can now say, at least he's trying, he's giving them food. Do you know how many people he's paying the school fees for? Do you know how many people he's paying the hospital bill? That man there that you are saying, do you know how many people that he's feeding in a month? Baba, in Yoruba land, we do not need politicians to feed us.
To feed us.
We do not need politicians to pay our school fees. We do not need politicians to pay our hospital bills. We don't need them. What? We don't need them to give us a handout. A working system will make us feed ourselves, feed our children, pay our rent, pay for our medical, and send our children to school. But they stole all of that from us, Baba. We can't beg them. And it now becomes a gift. Oh, thank you for saving my son's life. Thank you for saving my daughter. Oh, thank you for paying for my daughter's hospital bill. Oh, thanks for paying my son's school fees. But they actually took all of that from you. They can now be your God.
Because you see, the last December, people killed in the body long.
Yes, looking for right.
I experienced that. I was young because I came from Kwara State. I saw this Araki's father. That is what he do in Ilorin.
And now Saraki's father, Olushola at the time.
Yeah.
That one even kind of enjoyed it. That one was getting his money. You know, that one wasn't really using political money. It was using Saudi money then. Remember, sir?
Yeah, I know.
It was like they are promoting Islam. So they are planting a mosque everywhere. So
everywhere.
And they have to show that Islam is good. And Olushola Saraki is a great man.
Yeah.
Arishekola Lao, sir. There's another one. They are like that. Many of them like that. They were giving people, sir, I grew up in Odogbolu, sir. And all my life in Odogbolu, I never saw people queue together and go to politicians' house for food, ever, until I live in Ibadan. Sir, Arishekola Lao's house is inside Bodija, that Bodija area, okay? Now in that Bodija area, sir, I will see tens or hundreds of people passing through my street in that estate, going to Arishekola Lao's house. Abeg woni baba adini Yoruba again no. Thomas ke baba adini ile Yoruba.
Yeah. I think it's one.
No, Abi.
Yeah.
So you will see them. They are old women with all of their head scarf. Some of them will be working with small children, holding them so that they can take them to the place. Yes. When you go to get to Arishekola Lao's house, you will see flood of earth. Sometimes some people will be coming back because they were wrong. It's not that day. They have a special day. All of them go there to collect food. You see them holding this small bag. Baba, I was shocked. First time in my life, for me, when they come from Lagos and Ijebu, first time in my life, I saw people queuing to collect food. And they said, that's what they do all the time. That's, it's a very generous man. So when I grew up properly, I now understood what they stood for, Baba, what they were actually doing. It is like conditioning and grooming the people to adopt the life of begging, alimajiri. Then I met Adedibu in Ibadan. I met him twice in Ibadan. Then I saw people there too who come around, like come to eat. You see all these politicians, dirty-looking, haggard-looking criminals, right? It was like an hub of activities. So two things I saw in Ibadan that shook me. And I was like, come on, people, oh boy, people are poor. Is this even normal? About then, some people told me then that there are some women who have shops. They are not hungry. It's because for years, they have become accustomed to going to beg and take that food from them. That's why they still go there. Even now that they are older, they still go there to collect the rice. Now, what you think? Got everybody sharing Yoruba saying politicians on rice, fighting poverty, give them food. We are fighting poverty. Give them error lotta.
Yeah. Giving Okada to go and kill.
Okada to graduate.
Yeah, Okada to graduate. You politicians, I hope you people, you know what you are doing. And the new generation politicians, they are putting in a post now. You won't live long to see what is going to happen. If you all those children, you abandon them, we are going to take them from you. It's a time.
They will be saved. It's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. We are going to change their mind, even though they are blind now. They don't know what they are doing. You see all those obas, they are dealing with the drugs. That's why you can see 1,000 of our children in the city of Lagos smoking Colorado, Polus, whatever they can lay their hand on. That is it. That is why when you see them, you're going to say, this is our Lagos. That is the children. They are growing to fight because they can't think. Those children, they can't think. As soon as they say, Tinubu said this, they are on. Tinubu do this, that is it. They also know Tinubu's this. Nothing more than that. But Chief, Olukwagba, I don't know. This for my own. I don't know. Maybe it's going to work. We need to start put things in writing, like leaflets. Put it neat on those all Yoruba land. This is Yoruba Union, Yoruba Nation. No blood of Yoruba citizen is going to split on this ground in our land
anymore.
You see all these politicians, they are just using us as a sacrifice. About 4 years, every 4 years they came back.
Renew it.
Every 4
years.
That is their money ritual. Like you always say, minus 8 years. All this new generation, minus 8 years from your age.
Or
Can't you
8
see?
years to your current age. How old are you going to be in 8 years? Now think about losing all of that to these criminals who are mortgaging your life. Are you still going to be happy after you reason them?
Gio, one of my friends came from Nigeria. Then we go to McDonald's. You see a very young girl driving a car. He said, this is the guy, this is the lady who serves us. Look at the car she's driving. I just look at him that this is typical Nigerian. He doesn't know the way I look at him like you need to wake
why
up.
are you surprised? She's walking, she has a car. Is that something that is...
Then I start explaining to him that this is record. You have a track record. He doesn't steal. He's going to school. She's working. So they can give him a loan.
A car loan, yes.
A car loan, yes.
And she's working. She can pay for her insurance. That's fine. So she can have a car. She doesn't have to steal. She doesn't have to sleep with some married men and women. She doesn't have to kind of sell her body. In a system that works, all she needs is a job.
Yeah, she don't go too stressed about lecturer, and that, this. Then I tell my friend, look, do you know that guy, that lady you are looking at? Maybe she have a mortgage, I don't know. Then he asked me, what is mortgage? I said, mortgage like you buy, like we build our own house. These people, that lady you are seeing, she have a mortgage, I don't know. She's still living in her
own house, yes, paying mortgage instead of paying rent. And
that's why
what age at this point.
Yeah, I said that's why. Do you know that we don't have? If they put all our politicians in criminal record, all these Europeans, they won't accept them if they check their criminal record. Like you, like me.
Yes.
We don't have record. Like you said the last time, or one of our callers said, even our date of our birth certificate, there's no record for it. You can just go to
There's no
Can
way
just
you
go
can
to
set
Luani
a
and get something there.
And now nothing.
Nothing.
Every day we are doing registration, this BVN, voters card, driver's license, NIN. Now they are bringing another one again. They said this one is Tifnumbu zone. This one is going to comprise all of the registration you have done before. NIN, BVN, Kineko. So they want to start that one now. But the difference is this. It will cost you some more money. You will pay to get an identity card now. So, like you get passports, you know that we have to pay so much money to get their passport, right? So to get this Tifnumbu's identity card now, according to them, this one is going to have database. Everybody, don't worry. It's different from all the ones we have been doing, okay? We have database for this one, but it will cost you 10,000 naira to get the ID. That's you know now. Yes, sir. Imagine 10,000 naira from 100 million people. Yeah. Tifnumbu will open shop on everybody. Everybody will pay.
That's why he said that he wants to widen the tax.
He wants to widen. He said, we have to widen the drag net, the tax net.
To catch
those
more.
who are not paying now. In the time of Bola Tifnumbu, they will pay. Everybody will pay. Yes.
Maiyegun, do you notice that all this Nadanan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I think. Yeah. All this BVN, YZN, or whatever they are bringing, and Tinubu as well. They don't have it. I don't know. Maybe you know that. Except
they do. The difference is this, sir.
Yeah.
They don't have problem having them like our own. People from Chad, Niger, they have your voters card. They have BVN. They have NIN. You will be surprised. At a point, when they said there was no leaflet for passports, all these Chadians, Nigerians, and all others like that across that place, in northern Nigeria. In fact, at a point, some of our people, they fill the form that they are from Kaduna so that they can go and get their passport in Kaduna from Ogun State. They do have them. It's so porous that all of them, where they hold Nigerian passports, think, my Nigerian passport. That same passport is in the hand of some of the Boko Haram members who are not even from Nigeria. Some of the Fulani terrorists who are not even from Nigeria. They have BVN, they have NIN, they have passports, they have most things that some of you are sweating from Saturday to Sunday to try to get one. I just thought I should tell them, sir. Yes, sir, they have them. But because you know they really count, sure you get, So it doesn't really matter.
So we are just Nigeria by paper.
I did tell you, now the seats, everything are fake. Now when it comes to where to prove it, now then you go realize, say, this is what I'm sure. I'm a proud Nigerian. See that terrorist there. I don't even know where he come from. He's also a proud Nigerian. Abi? Now, who is actually Nigerians now?
Nigerians.
What makes you a Nigerian now? Sir, in Lagos, where the Abobakus, the Tifnumbu and Co. are running things, Nigerians, including Yorubans, all of us will be second-class citizens when it comes to the Lebanese, Indians, Chinese. And that is why the Abobaku of Lagos is ready to kill any Igbo to protect Yoruba land. But he is a Musu, Olumbu, when it comes to the Lebanese, who have tens of thousands of hectares of land that he did not buy from anybody, but from the criminals in government. Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, who is a Nigerian? What makes you a Nigerian? What are your rights as a Nigerian? When you begin to look at, you realize that nobody is a Nigerian.
Yeah. Baba? I rest my case.
You do. Thank you so much, Baba. Thanks so much for stopping by, okay? Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, okay? Okay? Alert. You see, some things happens when you're having a chat like this. They will happen. I mean, when we say them, they may sound so kind of funny. It's not funny. It's true. It's real. Sometimes it gets your head kind of like, oh, no, I never know that one. Oh, hey. So is that true? Yeah, it is true. They just want you to, a lot of people who are from the southern Nigeria doesn't even understand the Nigeria that you are in. And that's very sad. Yeah, it is very sad for you not to understand the country you are living in. So somehow you have this idea of this Nigeria in your head. But that idea is actually not a Nigeria that exists. It is only a Nigeria that exists in your head. If you want to know the real Nigeria, when somebody tells you truthfully the real and true Nigeria, Baba, that you are not going to be worried, angry, they don't tell you well. Olapenga, I think I have a caller. How are you today, Baba?
Hello, my good general. Good evening.
Good
from
evening.
Dubai.
Oh, it is evening right there now, yeah?
Yeah, how is family, your wife and your kids?
We are pushing it to still surviving. Thanks so much for asking. How is yours?
We thank God, my good. We thank God for the gift of life. We thank God.
Please.
Yeah, I have been trying since 4 days now. I've been trying to contribute. I keep on calling. Sometimes I will call 50 times to be jamming.
No.
You know, even yesterday, yesterday I was luckily it rang just once. Then I don't know. The line was so busy.
It's always busy. That's why I prefer this afternoon for some people too. But here you are.
Yes, man.
Go on.
And I will never forget to thank you and to appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
You know, like there was last time you were complaining about the number of people liking your video and your program. You know, as for me, my general, as for me, what I always post on the comment section is about people. I welcome people. Then I want to like and share. You know, because I know when they like the video, it will go viral. And it's very important. It's very important that your message is going viral, because what you are saying here, not everybody can do it. You can see the people calling in, elderly people, fully concerned. They're watching your program because they know that you are saying the truth. You know, you are saying the truth. So I know that even your subscribers, all of them are not Maiyegun General. They are just APC members, Nigeria athletes. I'm telling you, yes.
They
So
are not the majority here. I want us to try and not believe that all the time, okay? Because you see, one thing here is that if you take a look at the demography, the spread, and the way every one of you expresses yourself here, you can see that even if we have any Abobaku here, Badorian here, they are in the minority. And most of the time, it's majority of them just don't have the liver to even comment, because they know that all of you go enter them. It's just that our people need to understand that, like I explained that time too, okay? We need to understand that engaging with the video helps it. So if your effort is to say, I'm supporting you, Maiyegun, I support you, then you should have to support how this gets out there. Not just at the super chats, not all. And it's so simple to make that happen. We just need to get used to it, you know? We just have to. It helps a lot, but thank you so much, though.
Yeah, my you know, the reason why, the reason why I bring this up again is because there was last week here on Instagram, I saw a comment relating to Chief Numbu and how he brought in Fashola and other people. So I just commented because then I'm not a baby anymore. I'm of age. That was the first time I voted. So I knew that it was Chief Numbu, Kalu that eliminated Funshaw Williams. He killed him for his lawyer. We know because I was when I'm back in Lagos, so we knew it was happening before our eyes. We knew it was Chief Numbu that killed him. So I went to the comment section. I commented that it was Chief Numbu that killed Funshaw Williams for his lawyer to become president, because Funshaw Williams was everywhere. 90% everybody loved him, even without being the election day. So the only way people that can do that is by eliminating, killing him. So 2 weeks to election, he killed him. And his wife came out, but it was already too late.
It was too late.
You know. So what they did was they gave him avenue, so Larry, this that other bridge. They said the official will never avenue. Yeah, just for Yeah. So the comments I was seeing on my comment on that post, there was people where they attacked Nigeria police. They attacked, they say, get this guy arrested. Anyway, he is. I'm telling you, kill him. These are the people that
is what they do. They tried that with me until they realized that it is a fruitless effort. That's what slaves does, okay? They call on their dogs.
It was like I got 700 and something replies. All of them, they were attacking Nigerian police. Arrest this guy. This guy, come and prove it. Come and prove it to us. Come and prove it to us. You know, I say Nigerians, they are so blind to their slave.
No, they are not.
They are so.
It's intentional. Listen, sometimes I don't want people to always believe that Nigerians don't know what they are doing. Okay, they do. All right. And when I say they do,
yes,
like somebody said earlier as well, that majority of them do these things hoping that they will be rewarded directly or indirectly.
Yes.
They know what is wrong, what is bad, and what is not bad. You get it? But they will still defend it. You see, when they gaslight people for politicians, they know what they are doing. Okay.
Yes.
So all of us should just kind of like one true emperor love to treat Nigerians generally. He treat them exactly for what they are without any reservation. Sure, you get, because a lot of us know what we are doing.
Yes.
You get on. But yeah, there are few people who are like just stupid, but majority of what they are doing. You know, people who
I'm telling you, you are right.
Who are crying today, Baba.
Because of peanuts, they have changed.
By next year, by next year, they will continue. They will be more brutal than last year. Next year, against 2020.
Yes, you are right.
They will do it again. So they know what they are doing.
Can imagine. Can imagine.
So don't let anybody do that with you. Okay, they come to my platform back then. They should deport this guy. Oh, they should arrest this guy. This Maiyegun, I can't wait for the day you be arrested.
Yeah,
I'm like, what would my
arrest
do for you?
Yeah.
What would that do to you? Like, is that going to change your life? They are slaves, okay? Most of the time, they want you where they are. They want you down in the pits. So don't let that move you, okay? Say your mind all the time. So, never stop saying them. What comes to your mind?
Yes. That's why I never miss your program. And again, one thing I want to know that is, this is your platform. They will always watch and they will never like.
They are here.
Because they know that if they comment, they will block them from commenting. So they will stop commenting and they will just watch.
And they don't want to miss.
And they will never like the program. They will never like. So my other opinion is that in River State, I have taken out time. I even listened to Araizo, Erofai speak. Even yesterday, this guy in channels, this police of the day, Shehu Okimbalaya, he brought Femi Falana, So Femi Falana interpreted just the law, but it was not the judgment, So he made it clear that those 27 or 25 men, wicked men, they are not longer a lawmaker.
No, there is already a
punishment for that. It was so clear. It was very clear because you know why I said it? Because Wike was backing them up yesterday so that Chief Numbu will pick side in the story. But Chief Numbu knows that he can never pick side in this particular issue on ground in River State because it is very clear. They said if you leave your party that brought you to power, when there's no crisis in the national level, then you have lose your seat. And as we all know, PDP does not have any issue or crisis in the national level. So automatically they are gone. You understand me now? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, because I know that River State, they are ready for with the wicked. The just, they are ready. I'm telling you, the just and the Igbo living in River State, the just and I have my friends there. I've reached out to them on WhatsApp, and Maiyegun, they are ready. When I say they are ready for anything.
River State is a place where once they start their madness, they don't mind burning the government properties, demolishing.
They are ready.
It's always
they are ready. Even Asari Dokubo is ready to join them. Asari is ready to join them. They are ready, 100%. You see what the other people said yesterday on your program.
I don't think they can do anything. Once the federal army and the rest of them rolls into them. Once they roll into town, Asari and the rest of them will be into, but they will be chaos.
The youth. You see, on your program yesterday, the elder statesman that was speaking about this issue on ground, he told you that they are waiting to hear the court judgment to see if the court will not interpret the law. He said it.
He did.
He said that, yes, he said that they are waiting for the court to decide to see if the court will not interpret the law. Then it will so happen in River State. The revolution will start in River State. It will start in River State. I'm telling you, unless
there is a sign that there's been so much ruckus everywhere, and it's like the revolution probably will just start anywhere now. Rivers to Jos to Kano or Ibadan or Kaduna. I just want to see it happen, brother.
Because,
and I think it will.
Because you know that Fubara is the first German since 20-something years to become a governor in River State.
I know. That makes it even more
and we
thing for them, right?
So let us be ready, my region. Let's be ready. Let us be ready.
Yes, we are.
It will happen. It will start in River State. I'm telling you, they are ready. Rivers. You know what Wike did during election. Wike gave to Tinubu River State. And Wike, the agreement between Tinubu and Wike is that he will give him River State this last election, and he will still give him River State next second tenure of the election. Because Wike is aiming that presidency. So Chief Tinubu will bring him, he will support Wike, he will back Wike up after his 8 years. This is the agreement between Chief Tinubu and Wike.
It sounds so much like a lie.
I'm telling you.
Do you know that they are also planning to?
I'm telling you.
Okay, I get my theory too. Do you know what I heard, right?
Yeah.
Ribadu.
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
Go on.
The agreement with Wike and Chief Tinubu is that Wike will give him second, after 3 years now, they will do another election, 2027. Wike will still give him. That was why Wike is trying to control Fubara, so that the agreement will be on the line.
Right.
Then after Chief Tinubu 8 years, Chief Tinubu will now push Wike to the presidency. This is the agreement. Chief Tinubu is a drug cartel, a drug baron, and most of them they don't give cash in making their deals. It's the agreement. You owe me, I owe you.
Anyway,
if you fuck me up, they will come to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you,
we are doing something on Sunday, so I'm inviting you. It's going to be about the fundraiser for yourself and your family. Okay. Let's hope it goes well.
Okay.
It's going to be, it's going to be this coming Sunday. But before then, I'll keep, I'll keep notifying our people. You stay safe, okay, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice one. So I am going to go get myself ready for later tonight. So thank you so much for being part of this afternoon. Okay. Yeah, somebody's giving me a card. Thank you. So I will see you some other time later this evening, hopefully. So please share this if you haven't already, and I will see you later. Thank you to every one of you. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary Nayibi #1. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń gbà rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. àyè. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.